Good morning, everybody. This is Rita with Restyled Renewed, and I'm just doing a quick second coat on these drawer fronts. So I thought I would come on and show you what I do and how I incorporate water. I've gotten some emails about people not understanding what I mean when I say water is your friend when you're working with chalk type of paint. So a lot of the furniture paint is chalk type of paint, and that's usually what I use is that kind of paint. So I always talk about water. You should have water when you're working with this kind of paint, and I'm going to show you what I mean because some people who are new to this don't understand what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to show you how important it is to have water when you are working with chalk type of paint. So this is just a mix I mixed up. I do a lot of mixing, and I just keep it in, whatever container. So I have my water bottle. So I'll just show you what I mean. There's different ways that you can incorporate water, but the water helps the paint to go on smooth. It helps to eliminate brush strokes, and that's why I talk about how important water is. So one of the ways that you can do it is you can spray your piece, right? But then you could have water drops. So the very top here where it's nice and flat, I will be spraying the top and then I will be painting it. But when you have drawer fronts like this, I'm not going for a dripping look right now. So what I'm going to show you is the best way to do it so that you don't have too much water on your brush is you spray your brush. That is kind of the trick that I do. So just kind of spray your brush and then dip it in, and if you want you could also spray the water on your brush afterwards. I'll start with the second drawer. So I don't know if you can tell, but the paint, the kind of paint I'm using is really thick. So another reason why I incorporate water is because it's a really thick paint, which is what I'm used to working with. But again, I'm going to do some more painting now, so I'm just spraying my brush again. Hello, Helena. Greetings from Northern Ireland. Thanks for joining me. You probably know all about this because you've been following me for a long time. Those who've been following me for a long time know that I talk about water being really important with chalk paint. But some of you, I think I have a lot of new people on the page, so I'm just going to show you guys that are new what I mean by water. And this is all I mean. This is all I mean by water and how it makes your paint so much more smoother. You just spray your brush. Now, if you want to, you can dip your brush in water too, but that's more tricky because then you might dip it in water too much. And you don't want too much water on your brush because then the paint will just drip down, right? Unless you're going for a drip look, you don't want your paint dripping down. Now this piece is going to be a modern look, which I don't normally do. So that's why I want to be careful that I don't want too much water, and I want my look, because it's modern, I want it to be super smooth. I don't want to see any brush strokes. So I have to be more careful when you're doing a modern look. You have to be more careful. Oh, that's good, Helena. That's good. So there you go. It's that easy, you guys. You just add a little bit of water. And I don't, some people say, why can't you put water in your paint? Well, you can. You can do it that way too if you want. But I'm just used to doing it this way. And something else with your drawers, you want to make sure you're going underneath, because a lot of times, you're not really paying attention. And when you close the drawers, this bottom part sometimes actually does show. And also have a little brush. I find it helpful to use a little brush on the tops. I would come back here with a little brush, and that way the paint isn't going to be globbed on. So you guys, it is that simple, and I'm just going to do a quick, I always do a quick last stroke, and that also helps with making your paint really smooth. So this is what I mean, and you have to kind of work fast. I'm slow now because I'm talking to you guys but typically you want to go pretty fast because chalk paint dries really fast. So you actually have to work pretty fast to get your last smooth lines. And mostly you need 2 coats, but sometimes you do have to come back, and I'm just doing the sides here. Sometimes you will have to come back and do some touch-ups with the 3rd coat. It just all depends. But usually 2 coats of a thick chalk type of paint, and that will be enough. So like I said, I'm not going to do the top with my brush. I'll come back with this brush once the paint dries, and I will do all my touch-ups, the tops and the sides, with my little brush. So that's it, you guys. That's what I mean by incorporating water to help smooth your chalk type of paints. So it's very different from other kind of paints, right? There's no enamel in this. It's water-based. So I'm going to be coming on this week and talking to you about wax. Let me show you the piece real quick and how amazing wax can be on furniture. So I'm just going to zoom real quick to my purple piece. So this is the piece. I'm going to show you guys the top of this piece this week, and I'm going to show you how incredibly smooth it is. It's like butter, and that is because I waxed it. So wax is an amazing product to give you a really smooth finish. So we'll be talking about that, and also I will be doing decoupage, and I will be showing you that this week too. So that's it, you guys, for today. I just wanted to talk to you about water and how important water is when you're working with chalk paint. So thanks, you guys.